Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
You ready?
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Run him. 44.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Brees nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Opposite. 58. Hey, team 6. 58. 58. Come on. Here we go. 58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, kill. Come on.
Now Brees on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. And
good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
180. Mark 47. Get ready.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Get up. 180. Red. Watch the slant.
On 1st down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Get up. 180. Check. Move.
Yeah. You don't want
Trubisky will throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch out, team. Spill.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
36. Sammy. Switch.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Sammy! Hey, Delta! 58, come on! Check that.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to point.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
11.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Ricky. Bravo. 58 to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. It's just me and you.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run. This is Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. 53.
Looking to throw on second down. Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That is caught by Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
If you're a selfish player, and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right?
Ready?
Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Breeze. He's got Smith here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Hakeem Hicks that time on the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6, Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Kill. Don't be scared of it. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, D. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. 13. 58 is the Mike. 50 is the
Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you.
Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop. 22, Mike, 22. It's a party.
Now Trubisky to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Trubisky to throw again. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Lock in. Here we go. He's checking.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half, and now they got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm coming after you. Hey, wahoo! Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Watch the twist, watch the...
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
22. Pick it up.
Now it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Let's go, defense. Let's go. 11. Here we go. 44's the mic, 44's the mic. Check.
Breeze now on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Kill. Watch QB drop. 44 is the mic. 02.
Hey, nice 7.
I got it. 44 is the mic.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Set the tone, defense.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
At the 9-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
5-9.
Throwing now is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Breeze now. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the Saints' 35-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert!
Now Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
180! March 47! Switch up!
Trubisky gives to Cohen. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Throwing again on second down. Brees under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Brees. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
58 Mike, 58 Mike. I'm coming.
The Saints do snap it. It's Brees. And he finds Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Here we go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Both of them, Mike. Mike's both.
Back to throw. Again has it complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Ready. Yellow lady. Kill. Bandit. 36. 58, Mike. Here we go, G. Hey, Orville. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Now Brees. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brees to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, they remain